UAB Dorms by Hannah Britton, narrated by Dan Johnston. This presentation will cover the UAB dorms and visitation rules. Problems include the card reader, building identification sticker, and guest policy. Solutions include the free visitation hours and reprogramming the card readers to allow any UAB student to enter any UAB residence hall. The current policies in place are that non-residents cannot enter the building in which they do not live. Residents, once they have entered the building, can pass from the lobby to the individual rooms by presenting their one card to the front desk, and residents must check in and out anyone who does not live in that building.
What do you think about UAB's current visitation policies?
I don't like it at all. I feel it's much too complicated. I believe that if a student has a valid ID, that they should be able to enter any dorm building, any building on campus, basically. That's it.
As I'm sure many of you are familiar with, this is a UAB card reader. You swipe your one card and the door becomes unlocked. The purpose of the card reader is to allow residents to enter their dorm while keeping strangers out. This is ineffective because many residents hold the door open for those coming behind them, and other people just walk in behind someone else who happens to be entering the dorm. It is also just unnecessary because there is no reason to keep other UAB students from visiting their friends. These are the building identification stickers. Each different color represents a different residence hall and identifies you as a resident of that building. The purpose of the building identification sticker is to allow the front desk to confirm that you are in fact a resident of that hall. This is ineffective because it can be easy to confuse the different colors from far away, and it is also difficult to confirm that the person holding the one card is in fact the person who owns that one card. It is also just unnecessary to keep non-residents from visiting their friends who are residents of that hall. The purpose of the guest policy is so that staff members know who all is in a dorm at any given time. This can be a problem because it creates a hassle for family and friends when they come to visit, especially if you have multiple visitors at a time. This is also a hassle for the resident assistants, who must sit at the front desk and check in guest after guest. It is also a very time-consuming and bothersome process. It can also lead to faulty violations in which the resident is penalized for not checking their guests out, when in reality they had checked their guest out.
So, what are your experiences with the current guest policies?
Okay, well, even though you bring somebody in and check them in properly and then you check them out properly, you still have sometimes where they forget to type them in or they're like, you're good or whatever, and you walk out and then you get an email like an hour later saying, you've had a violation, this person was not checked out properly. And then it takes 2 weeks for that to clear up. Or you have to email them, and then they have to go through each and every time slot you've done all day and watch all the cameras. And it costs like $50, I think, for every violation you get. And it's really a hassle overall. Okay, you're good.
The solution to these problems is to have a period of free visitation hours, in which guests who are UAB students would not be required to be checked in. Only guests who do not attend the university would have to be checked in.
What do you think about the proposed solution for UAB's visitation policies?
I think that the proposed solution would be a good idea if it was implemented properly. I feel like students need the freedom that it gives. We don't need to be checking people in constantly and checking out. I feel like it provides safety, but at the same time, anyone can pretty much get in, so it's not really compensating for that. And I also feel that as adults, we are responsible enough to be with our guests and know that they're doing the right thing at the right time. Thank you.
Implementation of these new policies would be fairly simple. First, reprogram the card readers to allow any UAB student to enter any UAB residence hall. Once the student has gotten into the building, they can move past the lobby by simply presenting their one card to the people at the front desk. The identification stickers would only be checked outside of this free visitation time. Guests who are not UAB students would have to be checked in at all times. The effects of these changes are to reduce time and hassle while still maintaining the safety and security standards that UAB holds. It also allows more opportunities for students to interact outside of the classroom.